Hello, I'm Jim White. We're getting ready for our 52nd annual PRCA Rodeo and Homecoming this year. The dates is Friday the 31st, May, and June 1st. We're going to have a good event this year, starting out with the parade Friday at 4:30, and it'll start at the rodeo arena, the Todd Wally Lodge Memorial Arena. It'll start there and it'll go through town and it'll wind up back at the fairgrounds for the Friday night performance. Anybody that's going to enter in this in the parade, it's you can enter up at the Chamber of Commerce. You have to get a back number, and we have categories that you can be listed as, and some of them categories are you've got the largest roundup club, or the best float, best wagon, best odd and unusual, best dressed cowgirl and cowboy, and the cutest cowgirl under 12, and same as the boys. And we're going to give prize money away for each category. So you once again you got to go by the Chamber of Commerce and register for any of these events here. So we're looking forward to this year. We're going to have a good one, and Friday, and then come back at Friday night will be the performance. First Friday night at 7:30, and then the second performance will be Saturday night at 7:30. And so, but prior of that, we've got all of our Wednesday slack, all of our that's our runoff, because all the contestants can't go on Friday and Saturday nights because we have 477 contestants. So we have at least about 75 contestants in each event. So we have to run all them off on Wednesday night, starting at 6. And then we're having a new event called the Steer Tripping. That's Thursday night, and it's a sanctioned PRCA event, and it's $5 to get in for the entry fee. And it's an event that probably a lot of people hasn't seen around Hugo, and it's going to be a good event. So if you like a lot of rodeo and cowboying for this year and parade, you need to come to the rodeo this year. So we're looking forward to gate. It's $10 in advance and $12 at the gate for the rodeo. So we've got a lot of great cowboys coming to town. Like I said, we got 400. This is probably the most contestants we've had in forever history that I've known, and I've rodeoed for 30 years across the United States. And this is rodeo is beginning to be a sport that's dying off, and these small towns can't hardly put them on because it takes quite a bit of money to do them. So we need all of your support here in Hugo to come by and support this deal. It's Hugo's rodeo, it's Choctaw County's rodeo, and y'all come by and support it.
All right, just what's it like to see the rodeo be put on in an arena that's named after some of your family members?
Well, it's an honor. It's a privilege that it was named after my grandpa, along with Todd Wally, was a great personal friend of his, and there's a story behind those two guys. Todd Wally was an all-around champion cowboy, and he held the very first card holder. He's the very first, the PRCA, when they issued cards, he was the first card holder. And then my grandpa, Lige Hammock, which my son is named after him, and he's sitting in the room today, named Lige White. But he's he carried the first what you call senior citizen card, the gold card members. After you pay your dues so many years, they issue a card, and that's for life. So but they were both born and raised here in Hugo and Choctaw County, and that's what that arena is named after, Todd Wally and Lodge Memorial Arena. And it's been that way since I've been around, and it continues staying that. So we got a great, them two guys is what's got to keep this going all these years. So that's the story behind the two guys and my family members.
What's it like to see the rodeo just keep coming back year after year, even though, as you said, a lot of small towns are struggling?
Well, we have a unique rodeo here. We have a lot of volunteer help. We have a lot of free help, and that's what it takes to put the rodeo on here. All these other towns, the committee members change up, and they're hard to put on, and you got to be kind of rodeo minded plus business minded to put the things on. So we have kind of a round, we got a lot of different type of guys that help put this thing on, and Hugo would be devastated without this rodeo. It's the biggest event and it's the largest event in Hugo, Oklahoma. There's more tax dollars spent here in Choctaw County this week coming up, next 2 weeks, than the whole entire year. So I think it's important that people realize what the impact this rodeo does for this community. It's a great honor to keep having this thing, and as long as I'm alive and willing to do it, I'm going to see to it we keep having it.